You're back. Can you? Yeah. Oh, I don't know what happened. I went away for a while. I am so sorry. All right. So Rose is here. We're going to go ahead and just bring you on in. Could you hear the music that was playing earlier?
I did a little bit earlier.
You did?
But then there was a little square thing in the corner that I closed, and that messed everything up.
Okay. Everything seems to be working this time around. I can see the comments coming through, so we know hey, hello to everybody. Hi, Jose. Hi, Carly. Hi, Marlene Players and Angela Ray. Everything's working good now from what I'm seeing from the comments. Thank you. I guess the music didn't help earlier, but whatever. We are here with Rose, and that's who we came here to see and talk to. So hi, Rose. Tell everyone a little bit about yourself. Thank you so much for being a part of the eSpot today.
Well, this is very exciting. My name is Rose Bianco. I am from Chicago.
I'm another Midwesterner.
Yes. Oh, wait. Well, you're from...
No. Jared, who I had on right before you, he's from Illinois as well.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, I'm like, cool. What's that? And I think, well, not that long ago, I had another guy from Chicago. Anyway, moving on. We're talking about you now. Go ahead, sweetheart.
No, it's all good. So I left Chicago when I was, about 25. So I haven't been there except to visit. So mostly I've been living here for 20 years.
Okay. Where's here? Atlanta?
Atlanta.
Okay.
And I first came here with my husband. He got a job here. So I was like raising my kids. I had quit acting. I had lived in New York.
Okay.
Lived in LA, trying to pursue that goal. And I did some good things, and I got my union card, and I did some union plays, and I did a few real reality type shows back in the day, and
fun,
like reenactment.
Yeah.
And I did a commercial with Walter Payton in Chicago, he's a big football fan. Anyway, I came here and I started acting again when things started happening. This was about 10 years ago. Things were really, really starting to happen a little bit 10 years ago, a little bit dribs and drabs.
It's like the Southern Hollywood, really.
Yes. Yeah. And it took a while to kind of escalate, but now in the last 3 years, I've done, I made a few movies and some TV shows, and I got SAG insurance, and I'm doing pretty well.
A goal of every actor is to make it to the point where they actually get benefits.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about some of the projects that you've worked on recently, because I am amazed by everything you've done. I loved being Mary Jane, just from working in the industry, just to see from a woman's perspective what it's like to work in film. But it was a TV reporter, but it was still just that correlation of feeling so many different things while watching it. So what was it like to work on such a great film and a woman-led film at that?
The TV show, being Mary Jane.
Yeah, sorry, Mary Jane. Yeah,
it was incredible. My very first day, the writer, Keel's, she's gonna kill me. I should have looked all this stuff up.
No worries. This was
Keel's wife,
so to speak. So no worries.
Yes. So she took me to by this. I was playing Mary Jane's housekeeper, and she said she wrote my role specifically. She wanted to show a little bit about behind the scenes of Mary Jane, how she was so disorganized behind the scenes, and I would have to, pick up behind her, devastation in her wake because she had such a disorganized personal life.
Right.
So on point in her professional life. So she wanted to show both of those sides. And also she wanted a relationship between Mary Jane and her housekeeper, who barely spoke English, but was a person who gets to see her underwear. And, it's a strange relationship.
The revolving door of her dating life too.
Yes.
Yeah. It was a lot. I loved that show, just to show the dynamics of when you try to pursue having it all, at what cost? And what does that mean? The family dynamic of wanting more from you because you're the one making it out type of thing. The whole show was very entertaining for me.
It was. And with the very first show, in the pilot, I was in the pilot, but it was Mara Braca Keel. She was very strong. Gabrielle Union was very strong.
Funny enough, the movie our TV show that our last guest was saying he was working with that same writer.
Well,
What's the
she's
matter?
I think she and her husband work as a team.
Yeah, Blythe and
Productions.
yeah, I know exactly who you're talking about.
Right,
They
and I
do a
think
lot of great
they did that show about like girlfriends who live together.
right? Mm-hmm. One of my
And
other favorite shows. Like she's really good at doing those female relationships where they not only support each other, but it shows the dirty parts of
right, but that's what she's like. Actually, she's very smart. Comes across very, very educated, intelligent, and thoughtful, and powerful.
shows in her work. It definitely shows.
But real sweet, you know, but powerful. There's something about her that's very powerful and I felt really excited that she was singling me out to talk to me about my role and why she wrote it. So that was good.
To get that feedback to know what their goal is for the character. Because you go with your idea, but what was their thoughts behind it too?
That's not common.
No, it's not. I'm loving that.
So Gabrielle was always in every single scene, basically. So she kind of like was always kind of maintaining her focus. But occasionally, if we're like standing in the room and they're setting up lights, we like chat. You know? She was like very, very focused because she's constantly being pulled left and right. I think
that's a lot of pressure, I would assume, carrying a whole show.
Right, but she was strong. Lisa Vidal, who played her boss at slash one of her best friends, was she was kind of like a role model to me. I loved her.
I love her too because she was in that show a long time ago, Strong Medicine, that was on Lifetime, and I remembered watching that religiously. And she's always been such a strong Latino character, and I love that. Like because there was that show Devious Maids that was around, and I'm like, why are they making the Latin women play maids? And like let's move beyond that. But then when I saw the show, I was like, okay, yeah, I can
I was on Devious Maids. And by the way, on Devious Maids, I had a very funny part. So
you're on that too. Of course you are.
I was on that too. Yeah.
Just go down the list of things that you've done recently, and just so we can. Can you keep up with everything you've done? I always forget because I'm on to the next job usually, unless it was a really fun job, I'll remember it. But for the most part, I'm like, what's the next job? I got to get ready for the next job.
But, I think that you do a lot of different things, a lot of events, plus acting, plus the in-person stuff. And for me, pretty much I'm at home with my husband. This quarantine is not even that different from my regular life.
See, I'm hearing that a lot. Like, is it just me? I'm like, I need to get out. I need to talk to people. Or I need to have conversations other than my family because I'm driving them nuts. That's why.
Yeah.
Here we are.
It is a little bit like that, but
yeah.
But I do I did last year a lot of one thing after another. I think Bad Boys was my first thing in 2019. I think I shot.
That had to be a lot of fun. I haven't seen the movie yet. I need to see it.
I haven't seen it either. I haven't.
I'm not the only one, and you're in it.
I know, but then at first I didn't even know because I have a pretty small part.
Okay.
Sometimes they cut you out of the movie.
Yeah, no, it happens. That's why I don't like people until after it's aired sometimes, just to make sure.
Exactly. Oh, I never do. until.
Yeah.
So
like when people post all their behind the scenes social media stuff, I'm like, I am not jinxing myself.
You can't really show it anyway.
Yeah, I'm surprised some people do it because my agency tells us not to do it, but yet I see it all the time, and I'm not getting in trouble for it. I want to keep working.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Wait for me.
Yeah, I'll post after, or sometimes I'll post just because it's fun. It was a fun job, but not too much.
Sometimes I'll post, I'm in Louisiana, I'm making a movie, it's so cool. And look, it's the same hairdresser Tony, and it's the same makeup as Stacy, and
that's good. It's like a family reunion almost when you get to work with the same crew again and enjoy each other.
Definitely.
I want to go back to Bad Boys because that's an iconic film. A lot of people love the Bad Boys franchise and glad it came back. But to work with Will Smith and Martin Lawrence, that had to be, you had to be laughing. Did you do any scenes with them or?
I did a scene with Martin.
Okay, what was that like?
Very small scene. Okay. And I learned that that my part actually stayed in because I got emails and Instagram messages saying,
"Oh, nice!
Bad Boys! Oh my God!
Oh, that's awesome!"
I'm in the scene with Martin, and we are supposed to be watching a Spanish telenovela because that's what he's all into. He's all into watching the Spanish telenovela with the Cuban ladies.
Cannot blame him.
He's retired, and he's like taking care of his grandchild.
Okay.
We had to be like, oh my God, she's gonna come, but in Spanish, and stuff like that. And then he gets a call from, I think, from Will Smith, so he has to step aside, and they leave us behind, like me and Adelia, the lady who was in the scene with me. We're like arguing about what's going on in the novela while he's trying to make this phone call. So,
how cute!
It was about. It was funny. It was.
I always like watching comedies for the bloopers at the end, just to see like how do they do some scenes with a straight face? Because I have yet to do a comedy, which is my dream job. But needless to say, like I'm always like, would I just crack up? Because I would be so entertained by their actual funny. I don't know, but one day I'll find out.
Well, yeah. In this particular case, I especially me, I had to go on and 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 on.
Yeah.
Improvising.
Oh, fun.
I know it. And then I'm just like, oh, and I thought, are they ever going to call cut?
You're like, I'm running out of things to say in Spanish.
Exactly. But then they did.
Yeah, that makes sense for people that might actually understand what I'm saying in Spanish. Oh, I just had somebody pop up and said that was a cute scene. So
okay,
they definitely liked that. And
thank you.
Yeah. So
I can't wait to see it because also I hear that it's a great movie.
I'm sorry.
I hear that it's actually a great movie.
No, that's right.
It's a great action movie. It's really surpassed.
Well, I saw Gemini Man, so I'm a little still bitter, but I'm going to make a point to watch this.
No, it has exceeded expectations.
Okay.
Like,
oh, I can't wait.
Yeah, I've been reading all the reviews, so it's really good.
I can't wait to see it. But you also have a new show that's getting ready to come out. Gosh, I can't think of it.
At the end of this week, Amazing Stories. Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that.
In Amazing Stories, I can't really tell you anything about
okay, but it's getting ready to come out, though.
It's coming out on Friday.
Friday.
Now, Michelle Wilson is actually the lead guest star in that particular show. Amazing Stories, each story is different.
Right.
It's kind of like the Twilight Zone, but it's not super scary, but it's kind of fantasy or spiritual or mystical, you know.
Neat.
Right, but not too scary. I think it's not too scary so that kids will enjoy it as well. But I've been watching it. I think it's really good.
Mm-hmm.
And Michelle Wilson, I play a nurse. She plays Lady in a Coma. So basically, she is, first of all, this lady, a shout out to her because she was so good.
Mm-hmm.
And I discovered, and I looked her up after I went home.
Oh, wow.
For like about 4 days. And I looked her up. She was in the Broadway or off-Broadway production of Sweat and was nominated, I think won a Tony for Sweat.
Wow.
Yeah, she is very accomplished. So
that had to be fun.
Talk about people. I like to talk about other people too.
I have the gift of gab, so you're in a safe place here. Talk all you want. Now I have a question. Do you have any other films that are coming out you want to share or let people know that they're coming since we're running out of content every day?
Yeah, actually, I'm hoping that things start to come out so that people will have new things to see.
Yeah, I like that they're letting you stream a lot of the movies at home.
The Invisible Man, I'm going to stream that like probably today because that looks really good.
I've heard really good things about it. One of my girlfriends that saw it, she loves horror films. I used to love horror films, but now they're just way too scary. But I'm getting back into it because now my daughter likes horror films. But yeah, I want to see that one because she wrote me right afterwards, like, you got to see it.
Well, I don't really like horror films, but this one looks a little different than a super gory horror film. And it's with Elizabeth Moss and Aldous Hodge, and it looks really good.
Aldous Hodge.
I am going to be in The Quarry. And actually, I went to Louisiana for 3 weeks to shoot this. And that's an indie film with Shea Whigham and Michael Shannon.
Nice.
Those two guys were on Boardwalk Empire. That's how I knew them mainly, but they're like character actors.
I love that show. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
So that's coming out on April 17th, The Quarry.
Okay. I'll make sure you have a list of things that are coming so I can share it with everyone else afterwards as well.
Okay, great. And that's going to be on demand because it's going to be April 17th. So probably most of us are going to be in quarantine anyway.
It looks like it. Looks like
right. So they're definitely going to do it at some movies, but on demand somehow. You know.
Okay. Oh, that'll be great.
It will. And this is like a lot of stuff that I did last year. Bianco is about Al Capone, and maybe that might come out in May. That's with Tom Hardy. In that movie, I play Al Capone's mother.
Oh, how fun. No tax evasion jokes then. Extension, because you went to jail for tax evasion, right? Instead of all the gangster stuff.
Yes, exactly. That's exactly.
I remember that. Yeah. That'll be,
I mean, there's a lot of things, you know. And in the, I could like list all the things that I've done, but
we'll always post it later. It's fine. I'd rather hear about you and what you're doing, as well as to stay active and stay engaged. I know you said it's not much different than your regular life, but is there anything you're doing that maybe other people can learn from, like myself, who are not used to staying indoors and finding ways to stay, I guess, busy and...
Yeah. I will tell you, I'm taking an acting class, right? And I'm actually taking it virtually now.
Send me the link. I'm sure a lot of people would love to find a virtual acting coach, especially one that's worked with you, because you're getting booked all over the place.
Yeah, well, thank you. I will. I think they have to send all their information, Alex Collins and at Drama Inc. in Atlanta. Okay. So we're going to have that as a virtual class. Excuse me. And then I'm also going to tape an audition. It's kind of like a monologue. I'm going to tape a monologue for the casting directors. Erica Bream is a casting director who put that together. So that keeps me studying, you know, practicing a monologue, working on it. I'm actually, you know, maybe going to tape it and send it to my friend, and we'll talk about how I can improve it. There are definitely things that you can do to keep active.
Right.
Just like all kinds of online stuff that people are doing.
It's such a great time right now, just with people making so many different virtual things available to people with all types of classes.
I did yoga. I did yoga virtually. It was live. Yeah. And it was so great. And I needed that.
Share that link too, so other people can know as well. And if anybody in the comments wants to post any links to any virtual things you guys are doing as well, please let us know. We all need to figure out ways to help each other stay home and stay well, so we can hurry up and get this over with and go back to our normal lives.
I know. I can't wait. This is a little worrisome. And in January, I broke my elbow.
Oh no!
I was out of commission and in a brace for at least 1 month. Completely out of commission. Yeah. Then I was out of the brace, but still doing rehab, and it still looked it looked awkward. It was painful. And so, you know, I lost a bunch of opportunities in January. And then in February, I did a few auditions. I booked a job. Then I actually lost that job because it was a little bit early when everybody was in quarantine. Right. And I just felt like actually, my husband is high risk. So I said, I'm actually going to quarantine. Take that risk. You know?
Yeah, I did the same thing. My daughter is high risk. So we decided, as soon as I got the email from her school that they weren't counting absences, I was like, and we're home. And even still, I was already going to plan to keep her home anyway, because it didn't matter to me in the sense of, I could get her sick by going or just stay home until they figure this all out. Never did I think it would be this long, though. But whatever it takes to get healthy.
And this is just the beginning, Camille. I mean, I don't even talk about it. So
that's okay. We won't. We'll leave.
Let's just keep doing. Yeah, I go to the store. Yes, go out, buy your groceries, stay away from people. I'm going to start growing some lettuce and
it froze up.
No, I am sorry. I didn't do anything. Hello? Hello? You can see me? Can you hear me? Camille.
There you are. I don't know what happened. I was like, let's just do a musical break while that's figuring it out.
Okay. Can I just tell you something that one of my friends reminded me to do?
Hold on one second. Let me just make sure I turn up the music so everybody can hear you perfectly well.
No pressure, baby, go.
All right.
Okay.
Sorry about that. Okay, and we're back.
Okay, so yes, my friend Joni from Merely Players Presents, which is a theater company that I'm on the board of. I'm on the board of a theater company in Doraville, Georgia, called Merely Players Presents.
Oh, wow.
And we're talking about, one of our missions is definitely to do classic stories, but with a twist is how we phrase it. But we definitely want to show experience of a diverse experience. And we want to show diverse writers. So we're going to show maybe one or even two, because this is a small community theater, basically.
Okay.
It's semi-professional. But we're trying to also going to do work from people of color, as well as actors, as well as colorblind casting. And that's just something that people are working on in general. I'm a Latina, and honestly, I don't get involved a lot in the conversation about the lack of representation, certainly for Latinos, and of course, Asians.
I mean,
Americans.
Also the stereotypes too. Like we don't always play the stereotypes, can we? That's why I was like with the maid roles or domestic worker roles they'll have, or just the feisty Latina who's taking husbands away. Yeah, like there's other options. So I definitely understand.
One of the things that Lisa Vidal told me on the set of Being Mary Jane, conversation one day, we were talking in the van, and she said that she kept getting all these hooker and maid jobs. And she finally told her agent, and this was like a long time ago because she started when she was really, really young. And she said, if this is all you can find for me, then I guess I need to not be an actress because I'm not going to do this anymore.
No, I totally can relate to that.
She put her foot down and look at what she plays now.
Yeah.
So
it's worth it to stick to your, I don't know. I couldn't do it. So I agree with her 100%. It's not worth it to sell your soul. You got to play roles that really speak to you, I think.
Right. And I played a lot. My mother was a housekeeper, for God's sake. So I'm playing the housekeeper. But after doing 18 of them,
I can be a CEO.
Yeah, I am trying to diversify that.
Yeah.
So my agents are on board with that, and my manager in New York, and
great.
Hopefully things will improve so that people.
That's very important.
That we all can be other things besides the regular thing.
No, I can relate. Like, there's no reason. I mean, I probably said no to more jobs than I've said yes to recently, just because I'm not going to sell myself out like that. And I'm sure it's a great TV show or film, but there was a part for a stripper, and I'm like,
oh yeah,
not my cup of tea. And then I turned down some music videos for scantily clad women, and I'm like, no, it's not my cup of tea. I'm sure there's women who love to do that, so I leave it for them. The things I want to do, I can relate to. I do like the idea of expanding beyond what you're used to, like playing something I can't relate to, but not the same stereotypical stuff. Like, I don't know. I understand that's those stories need to still be told. I just feel I would do them a disservice because I can't relate.
Well, good for you, actually. No, that's I'll have to do that a little bit. So much, we need to make some money.
Yeah.
And then we have to say, but without selling your soul, but in terms of trying to broaden your appeal, I will say that the last thing that I worked on, which was in the fall of last year, is called The Tomorrow War. It's a Chris Pratt movie. It's in Christmas. And I can tell you that I am not playing a stereotypical role.
Oh, nice.
That's just amazing to me.
No, it's great to get those opportunities.
Yeah, and that was a really, really great role. I worked for like 2 months. I worked on that movie, so I got a lot of screen time, hopefully. And I'm very excited about that because that's definitely not the regular kind of Spanish grandma. Which I'm not going to trend. I'm also recurring on Cobra Kai, which is an amazing show.
Yeah.
And I do play Shola Maridueña's grandmother.
Okay.
Extremely fun. That. And this grandmother is hilarious, by the way. She's really ridiculous and hilarious. And
I love those fun roles. It's got to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's stressful.
Anything else? Anybody?
No, actually, you're right here at 30 minutes. So I appreciate you coming on. And sorry about the little tech glitches. That's why I wanted to test to see if I could figure everything out before opening it up to this being an every day or every week thing. I'll figure that all out as far as timing. So I really appreciate you being part of the test group to see how well this works, this platform, this new way of doing my talk show. Because I was doing it before. I don't know if Angela explained that I was doing it on radio. And so I just wanted to figure it out how to be able to still do my job from home with having a segment about entertainment and just connecting us as a group. So we know that we're not alone. We're all out here trying to do the best work we can and just share experiences that might help each other to get those opportunities that we're all dreaming for.
Yeah, and just keep working, just keep trying and studying. And if it gets to be like a real hardship, then just stop. I mean, I don't want to tell people to stop, but you can't.
Just take a break. Yeah.
Take a break.
Do something else for a while.
Right. You can't be desperate, and you can't be just disgusted with life. You have to enjoy life. So.
Yeah. In order to and be able to play all these different characters. So before I get you off, can you just tell everyone where they can follow you, keep up with you, anything that you want to share publicly so they know? And I must tell you that the Merrily players are talking about how incredible you are, so I definitely have to post that. We got I got Miss Ellers Downloads Awareness Association saying they would love seeing more Latino roles.
Yes.
So you're definitely, well, I shouldn't say you're on the right path. You've been on this path, but your journey is definitely appreciated by many. So I love everything that you're doing. But go ahead, share everywhere where people can keep up with you and follow you and make sure I get the
Mainly Instagram.
Okay.
I like Instagram because it's a positive forum, and so I'm there as @rose.bianco. Rose.bianco.
Okay.
And I'm on Twitter, and that's actually, I kind of messed that up. I might try and fix this, but it's at Rosa Maria Bianco.
Oh.
Name Rosa Maria. Or like my mom says, Rosa Maria.
West Side Story. I can't wait for that to come out. The new.
Oh my gosh! No, and In the Heights, too.
Yeah. Oh my God. I'm like the only person that hasn't seen that.
Oh, I've seen it like 4 times, legit.
I want to make a point during this time to take advantage of all the films I need to see to start seeing it. Because In the Heights is one of them that I wanted to see.
In the Heights is tremendous. It's just tremendous.
Okay.
Anyway, so it's at Rosa Maria Bianco on Twitter, at rose.bianco on Instagram. I have a website, rosebianco.com. I don't really put too much time, but you know, my info is on there.
Angela Ray has already.
Thank you, Angela Ray.
So we can post that up so people can see it really quickly and write it down. And all of this will
My
be
friend
on
Angela.
the channel.
She's awesome. Yeah.
She is. I have to thank Angela because she's the one that helped schedule all of this and pushed me to go. Well, why don't you do it now? Okay, why not? Why not? Let's figure it out.
Very good. Why not? Why can't you do this on the radio too, by the way? You know?
Well, I quit.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
I quit. Well, because it was a small segment and I felt like for actors it was so rushed. And I wanted a better platform to do it on, just an opportunity to really engage and be able to get feedback from people right away in case they have questions and so on. That's why I love Be Live, which is the platform I'm using now, because they can write comments and we can share and engage and really build that community while we're stuck home, so to speak. So it's
right.
I like doing it here way better than I did on the radio, just because I have more time. I can do it whenever I want. So for people that are like yourself, that are stuck home and have different schedules because they have kids or whatever, I can make it available to them because I'm getting lonely here.
Yes.
And need new people to talk to. Why not?
Because it gives you something to prepare, you know, and you research, and then you have to kind of comb your hair a little and and look
again,
and then reach out to people and do something positive in the world.
And share that positivity. You know, like you were talking about that yoga class. Now we'll be able to go to yoga class. You know, it's just
the yoga. That's Westside Yoga. Westside Yoga. That's in Atlanta. So I on Facebook. See, I don't have Facebook. Okay. I do sometimes go on my husband's page just to do certain things that are only available on Facebook.
Yeah, right. A lot of the events, like that's where you find out where they are sometimes.
I know. I might reach out, but just stay away from the political people because
that too.
Too much.
It's a little much.
Yeah.
I like Instagram for that reason.
Exactly. I got a lot of things coming up, so I'll just keep posting every time something comes up. I post about it. Yeah.
Well, I'll be here, and thank you so much for coming on. And I just want to say really quickly that for all of those that are watching, thank you so much for being a part of this as well. I really appreciate it. And thank you, Rose, again, and keep up all the great things you're doing. I can't wait to see all your new stuff.
Okay, well, thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, thanks again, guys, for everybody watching. Sorry about the technical difficulties we had earlier. Hopefully the music you were able to hear that and get a little bit of that. If not, please follow her as well, Fancyville, or at Fancyville. I love her music. She's really, really, really good. And well, let's see what else. I'm going to keep doing these on a regular basis, so make sure you just stay subscribed to my YouTube channel. Check out my Instagram at The Real Camille Cower, as well as I'm on Twitter at CKOnAir1, and I'm also on Facebook at The Real Camille Cower as well. So stay in touch, comment, like, share. This is your platform too. To quote Wendy Williams in a way, you're my co-host, so be prepared. Come on, have questions. I want us all to engage and enjoy this together. So anyway, it was very much fun to have you guys. I had a great time. And on that note, I'm out. See you guys later.